What is up, guys? It is Trash Panda here, and welcome back to another episode of Mist Survival. So we are just right down, so those white towers over there are where we were at the end of last episode. So we literally went, about 50 feet. I did loot these two vehicles, got some gas out of that. This building, there were no zombies. There was a backpack upgrade, so that was the highlight there. Uh, in this building, there was a control arm, which I don't know what that is needed for, but we picked that up. There was also a battery. There is another ATV. I don't think ours was camo colored, so I mean that's kind of cool. But again, it's just so noisy, it's not feasible to drive, as well as the ATV tire. Couple zombies that we killed out of there. But then over here is a very cool SUV. So this is one that we can drive. So once we find another motor, I'll most likely come back and pick that up. I looted everything down here and I found another backpack over there. So in this area, two backpacks. I've not gone up here yet, so that's why I've got gun ready. I think we're okay. Yeah. So let's put that away and let's see what we've got. So yeah, with the extra two backpack, that really helped us out. I wish I could carry those with me. Can't carry those either. So yeah, once we get done here, we are heading back to the base. We're going to be doing quite a bit of just crafting and seeing what kind of stuff we can build in the game and what's available. I am picking up bottles again because I do want to craft some Molotovs when we get back. We do have a lot of alcohol that we can use, as well as, no, don't want to do that, as well as rags to make the Molotovs. So we've already got one of those. We don't need another one. Trying to turn over a new leaf here, and so that's a melee weapon, I guess. Okay. I just don't want to carry a bunch of stuff. I did see those two. I'm going to be carrying those out. So I might as well throw loot back in there, right, to free up my pockets. We can drop this. And we'll just glance and see what else is in here. Nice. Okay, so yeah, those will be going with us when we leave. And is that a bedroll? It is, but I can't carry it. I am debating on if we want to build another water purifier, since that one's kind of slow. But it's one of those things where I don't know if we'll need it, because once we get back to base, we'll have all of that water available to us. And then at that point, we can refill it again, and I don't see us having to continuously refill it frequently after that. So like at that point, once we refill our jugs, we just refill with dirty water, and we'll have a constant supply and enough to keep us full. So I think we'll be okay. And okay, so I thought it was starting to get dark, but I guess it was just cloud coverage. And no, I did not have a chance to organize this yet. I didn't plan on recording any of this section, but I did want to show you guys that car and let you know where I found those backpacks at. So if you're deciding to play through, you know that there are two here. So this is also, if you remember, this is right where we spawned. But again, not everybody spawns at the same place. But if you do spawn over here by our original spawn, we are in this building right here. So there was, or I'm sorry, underneath this smaller building where the white SUV is, there's one bag, and there's one bag in this building. We're gonna go and check out the power plant, since that's right over there. especially now that the sun is peeking its face back out. Oh, and that thing's got. Oh, I did not want to do that. It's got a sunroof too, and the sunroof is open. Hate to be driving that around in the rain. Where can we kind of wedge you? Yeah, I've got to do some organization. These, I didn't want to do that, but as long as it stays in there, that's fine. I didn't want to get rid of these because they look cool, but the space they take up versus the storage that they provide, that ratio is not good. So those will be staying back at base. I do want to be careful up here because this is a potential for having bandits. I don't see anyone though. I mean, I would just assume with it being fenced off like this that okay, so there's a complex, I'm assuming over there. I didn't see anything on the map. So we are power plant. Oh, that leads up over here. Okay. So we'll leave that for another episode because that's quite a bit to explore. Alright, so this has no gas. So I'm assuming the drivable vehicles will basically spawn with no fuel. That's going to be my assumption. As this entire place just kind of wiped out. There's a little bit of stuff here. A lot of components. Plank, yep. So those wood scraps, again, that's something we need to check out here when we get back to base to see what do we do with those. Can we use them as firewood? I don't know. I don't see us being able to use them in much, but it's got to have some purpose, I assume. And we are on the lookout for feathers. So if I find those, I want to pick those up because for us to craft a bedroll, which now that we have a bed in the camper, I don't see us really needing a bedroll. I guess if it comes to the point where we want to save space, we can ditch the bed and use the bedroll to sleep instead. We'll see. So I think that's everything that's here. I mean, a good amount of high quality components, which again, once we get back to base, we'll figure out what those are used for. One more rag. Yeah, that's everything here. Okay. Nice little detour. So, I wonder if turning around is the best way to get back. Because, yeah, so we're up here, and we're right here. I have not explored this area, so I don't want to do that quite yet. In case we run into any bandits or anything like that, I kind of want to focus on going back to the base for this video. So we're going to do that, and I will see you guys when we get there. Okay, I know I said we were going back to base. This is on the way to base. We were just right down there. You can barely see the red truck. These are the railroad tracks that lead to the sawmill, but I'm wondering if there's anything good. Let me save in case this part of the map is kind of bugged out. I'm not sure if we're supposed to walk back there. I mean, there's a zombie back there, so I feel like those are some pretty poor defenses. Hey, buddy. I think that's the only one. Yeah, is there a gate here that you could open? Or is that the way that you're supposed to kind of walk around? I guess so. Okay. Let's, alright. No doors or anything over here. Oh, there's quite a few guys. Don't know how deep this goes, and I've got his attention now. I was gonna say, I don't want to really waste too much time on this, because that's my problem. I get sidetracked a lot. There's another guy over there. Yeah, I think we will probably come back to this, right? Or do we want to do it? Like, where are you going, bro? You're just walking around. And it's getting dark out. Authorized personnel only, huh? Hmm. We may have to come back here during the day and yeah, because that's pretty deep. Okay. Yeah, so we'll come back here when we have more time and fully explore this place because it looks like it's going to be quite lengthy. All right, so back to the base we go. All right, guys, so we made it back to base. So I did have a minute to kind of go through some of the building, and I did miss quite a few things earlier. I'll go through those with you now. Let's get my cursor back. So I just went through this screen, and I was like, okay, we can get water from the pond. I don't see any way to like gather rainwater or anything like that. I missed, and several menus have this where there's like subcategories. So there is a water barrel. I'm assuming this is just for storage. But then there's a DIY water tank, which I believe, and it'll make sense to me, that this would gather rainwater. So obviously we've got water hoses. The only thing that we might not have enough of is wood planks. However, my buddy uh, Scott, yeah, his name's Scott. My buddy Scott here, I can apparently tell him to gather trees. I don't exactly know the ins and outs of that. Uh, but yeah, so that is something that we can kind of put him on a task to do. And then what I would want to do is start working on, let's see, where were the walls at? They're defensive walls that we can put up around the base. So that way when we have, uh, that's a livestock fence. Yeah, so here's the defensive walls. So that way when we have, lights out here, the generator's running, and we're making noise, we don't attract a bunch of unwanted attention to ourselves. Can I climb up there? I cannot. I wish I could get rid of that. But what I'll probably do is just kind of box out so I can get access to the generator. Box out this. Can I collect that firewood? I can. Nice. I don't need to build walls all the way around the back. I don't know. Oh, that's on the other side of the wall for electricity. Yeah. So I mean, long term, that would be my idea for the walls. And so this is a workbench. There are several different benches, so we can craft ammunition. We can build a forge. Let's see. All right, so that finished distilling our water. Very nice. All right, so we've still got plenty of wood. So we just need tree bark. I feel like it'll be wood or tree bark. I guess tree bark is our tinder to start the wood. Uh, that's fine. We're doing okay with water for right now. So yeah, I'm going to get old Scott here an axe and see if I can't figure out how to have him start chopping down logs. We do have a surplus of logs here. And then I think the first thing we'll be building is a that water catch. Uh, we can build a doghouse, but we've got to get the dog first. But I'll probably go ahead and build that so that way I'll have that in preparation because I really do want to get the dog. I've seen videos where people have the dog and he does ride shotgun in the vehicle. So that's very cool. So yeah, we got a reloading bench, a repair bench. So I'm assuming the when we kill the enemies and they drop like broken firearms, that we could take those broken firearms and turn them into usable weapons. So this control arm, that is what I picked up from the lumber mill. So we could also build a saw machine. Now, to my knowledge, I've only got one electronic part. So that could be a limiting factor for some of these items. Uh, so we can make our own moonshine. I'm assuming we would need like to grow corn, and we haven't come across any seeds yet. I know stuff. People said stuff like tomatoes, apples. You can harvest those instead of eating them. So if you harvest them, you basically take the seeds out of it. You don't get to eat it. So yeah, give me a minute. We're going to try to get Scott going on some trees. I'm gonna go through my backpack and grab some good loot so we have stuff in our backpack to start crafting, and then we'll be back. I just wanted to update you on a few things that we've gotten accomplished. So we did have to do a lot of gathering. I thought that I had collected quite a few stones uh, when we built, I believe when we were building this, we needed stone. However, I could not find them anywhere. I checked the shed, the camper, and the kitchen, all of our storage boxes, no stones. So, collected some stone. I built a campfire to use the TP cooker here that we got, and then also I realized that using this, you can only cook meat or vegetable stew. So we do have potatoes that is about to go bad. I waited too long to skin the bears, so we don't have any meat. And obviously we don't have a carrot anyway, so we wouldn't have been able to do that. So uh, we can just eat that. So we also did kind of like I was explaining, we did build the water towers. So this does actually fill up when it rains. However, I don't know. So I know it serves multiple purposes. Let me go ahead and drink real quick. I don't know if you can fill up those white containers with water, but we are about to find out. I think I put those in here. I just moved them a couple minutes ago. Okay, I know they're in the camper somewhere. I know I didn't move them over there. I think somebody's been coming into the camper and moving items around because I'm not losing my mind. I did not put... Okay. So if we've got a bucket or a container, I guess. So if we carry this and then walk over here, we can interact, which is opening the valves. However, I don't see a way to fill my bucket. Okay, yeah, so I think this is only for watering crops. Also, we did, I'm pretty sure on camera at the log mill, I did pick up the cinder blocking concrete, which was just enough to build a fish pond. So you can use that to fill up your pond. I'll show you kind of, so you grab the nozzle here, and then it's just left mouse button to spray water, and then again to turn it off. You can open these valves, but I don't have anything hooked to them, so it just dumps water out. So I don't know if there's currently a way to connect to these two pipes and use that, but as of right now, I don't know. So the fish pond, you do have to obviously catch the fish to put them in the pond. Actually, we can go back and catch another one. Let me, yeah, I'm okay on food and thirst, and I'll show you that. It took me a minute to kind of figure it out. I did revert back to the tutorial, and it is a bit misleading, and I'll show you why. So let's grab that. All right, so if we open up the tutorial, so fishing setup. So he goes to gears and then back, and there's a fishing section where you place all of your items. So I looked at this and I could not figure it out. So tools is what was gears when the tutorial was filmed. So then you go to back and fishing, we're gonna craft the bedroll. Uh, so obviously I had the line, the lure, and the rod. And when I went to go put this all together, looking at the rod, it's like, okay, it comes with the reel, but that's separate. So I did find the reel on the dock over there. There's a little box that had the reel and two or three things of ammo. So you press your middle mouse button to pull out the reel, and then you just cast out with left mouse button. When that little icon goes like that, then you press left mouse to hook to set the hook, and then you kind of pull in the opposite direction with the right mouse button. Now, if you can see, the color of the line goes from green to yellow to red. So if it gets to red, it's about to break, so you need to stop reeling. Uh, and right before we hooked this guy, I was about to cast it closer so I wouldn't have to fight as long, because it does take a while, honestly. And I'm only, so I've hooked two fish. The first one got off. The second one is the one in the pond. And the second one, I did do more yanking of the rod while I was reeling, and it seemed to come in a lot faster. So I think that's kind of the key in keeping it in the yellow range to keep pressure on the fish and bring them closer to you. But as you can see, it's not a quick and easy fishing. Oh no. Yeah, so there goes my, probably the line and the lure. So I've still got some line, I lost my lure. I thought we had another one, because I was going to bring both of them when I came over here, but I only found the one, so. Alright guys, so I have been organizing loot for far longer than I care to confess. I'd say at least 2 hours. All of these are empty except for stuff that I need to carry with us every day. These are empty. These two are empty. Everything is organized. So if you needed to know where something was at, I can pretty much go straight to it, which is a nice feeling, honestly. So we want to interact with the workbench because we can make screws and nails here, and we need some of both. So, so 16 screws only takes one metal scrap and one component. All right, that's a good deal. So So I can assign this to the worker, but I'll just do it myself. That is, so that's screws. Now I want to do nails. And basically what I want to do with this is there's an option to build a gun cabinet. Where? Is it under the guns? Yeah. So high quality. So I wish I knew which one, which I could look it up, but I mean honestly I'll probably just build one of each because I'd like to have one of each. So I need hammer and a screwdriver. Okay. And I had everything else, right? Crud. I should have looked. Yes, I've got plenty of everything else on me. So hammer and a screwdriver. It is starting to get dark out. Grab that one and that one. Well, no, it's only 2 o'clock. Just getting overcast. I think I'll line them in this hallway. So let's go ahead and craft this one to start. Whoa. That is quite a bit bigger than I expected. So I don't want it to cover the light switch. Okay. Let's start building this up. And maybe I'll be able to finish before I get hungry. Yeah, nice. Alright, so nice. So I can store ammo there. I can switch the ammo type. So I can interact storage B. So that's, I've got 2 storage containers. Do I put a weapon in the storage container and then it appears on the rack? Do I have to, let's see. So if I carry it and I go up here, I don't think that's gonna, that was weird. I don't think that's gonna do. Oh, okay. So it does work the way. I love how this works without having electricity. That's nice. I wish more stuff would go that way. Let's go ahead and go into here then. We've just been kind of cleaning stuff out. I'll go ahead and hang the guitar up there as well, because why not? Let's see, so that's broken, that's not. These, so basically everything so these and these 2, so these 5 boxes are semi-organized, I will say. It got to the point where I just didn't have enough storage containers to be as organized as I like, but everything has a home. And like I said, I know where pretty much everything is at. And once I get more storage containers, I can easily adjust where everything is. Let's drop you. Yeah, so that'll look cool. I wonder if it'll actually stick, like, okay, so it does. So I guess anything that's considered a weapon, you can place up against here. That needs to be angled a little bit more. I don't like the fact that that is not, there, that's better, right? No, that is, okay. Yeah, so I mean, with the physics, as you kind of, oh, is it hitting the string? That's what it was hitting. There we go. Now, the only other thing, I wish I could carry it without dropping it first. That's my only complaint. So I want it F to carry. That, as well as the fact that I wish it would kind of be facing the direction that you are instead of having to be rotated every time. I don't think that one is going to line up the way, but that's okay. Let's put double barrel up there. I guess we can do a single barrel as well. I do like the double barrel because it does have the the tritium night sights on it. It is pretty nice. Perfect. And you know, honestly, I'm surprised. Well, that's right. We did have another Glock, but we wasted it on Scott, and he doesn't know how to shoot. It's a waste of gun. I'll put that up there just for the collection. Down towards the bottom. Alright, so yeah, so we got that built, and oh, so that's right, so we could also use this and just store the excess firearms down here. That frees up the rest of these cabinets. Also store accessories, and so accessories will go in A, so that makes sense to me. Didn't want to do that. Oh no, I did not want to do that. I guarantee you we just lost everything that I put up on that board. No. We did not. Okay. And I can still get to the light switch. Okay. I mean, honestly, let's line it up correctly then. Okay. So, interact. I wish you could lock something in place. So like, this is placed. I have no need to move this again. So let me lock it in place and prevent that accident from happening again. That would be great. So I've got those scopes. I do have a few accessories that I'm keeping in the, what's it called? In the camper. And I want to do that just in case, like, I pick up a really cool weapon, and we want to go ahead and throw some accessories on it. Now, I did take the bat as well. Actually, we'll grab this and put that on the board, because why not? We've got that middle space there. I've got another hatchet, so we'll put that hatchet on the board as well. Need to craft some Molotovs. Put you back. That goes in the kitchen for right now. Why do I have one random screw left? Alright, we'll put you right there. Alright, so these are just all, yep, so there's another axe as well. Alright, so that's everything. Perfect. So yeah, next time we'll build a another uh, weapons cabinet here. Oh, I've got to drag that. I keep trying to left click it to drop, but some items you can't left click to drop. You've got to physically uh, drag it out of your inventory. No, would that not... Did I like hit the limit of stuff that I can hang up there? Okay, there we go. That was gonna make me sad. So if I can put the bat up there, I mean that's fine. That'll be the last thing. Anything else I can put in. I think this is gonna be close because it's right beside everything else. I love it. Yes, very nice. I do have the AK-47. It is in the camper here. We picked up a drum mag, if you don't remember. Uh, so I'll do modify so you can see it. So we've got the drum mag on it. We've got a sight. We don't have a suppressor that'll fit on this. And that takes the same ammunition as the AR-15. So, or I guess the M4. Takes the same ammo as the M4, which is odd. I was expecting it to take like the hunting rifle ammo or something like that, or have, you know, AK ammo, 762 by 39, but I guess it's easier to have less ammo types and just reuse some. I did want to grab, I put some ammo, no, all the ammo is in the truck. Okay, that's fine. I wonder if I can hang a grenade up there. That would be cool. But yeah, so then these, so I can switch ammo type. So we got 762 by 51 revolver, 12 gauge 9 rifle. So what does the 1911 use 9mm as well? What? I mean, it has to if it doesn't even give us the option. Let's see. Put 9 in our backpack. And then I'm sure it does. It does, okay. I don't know how I feel about that, but. Alright, so let's put this back because we're not 1911. I've got to put it back in my backpack. There we go. Place it back on the wall. Nice. Alright, so yeah, that's what I've been up to around the base. Obviously, I showed you guys all of these items. I need to break down all of this. I need to eat as well. I did move a bunch of the food into the kitchen, go figure, since that's where it belongs. Oh, I wanted to wait, okay. Yeah, so I wanted to, let's see, I've got like candy bars in here that basically go bad a lot quicker than, so the candy bars are already, so this one's like already down to 80%, while the canned food is still like in the upper 90s. So obviously candy bars go bad a lot quicker. So I want to use those first. Let's go ahead and grab that. And let's drink the rest of this. And we still have plenty of fresh water. What we need now is more of these water bottles, honestly, because we're just not picking up canned drinks as fast as we need to. You know, I don't remember seeing like a water bottle that we can craft. That would be something I would have expected that we can make. We might have to do a different type of workbench to be able to craft that. Yeah, I've still got, 5.5 liters here. Fill you up and fill you up. Nice. And then I just need to grab... Okay, yeah. So I did read that using... Turn off my flashlight. That using tree bark, you can get tree bark very easily with a pocket knife. And it's a lot more effective than... no, that's a stack of 8. It's a lot more effective than using your axe to chop down the tree. Using the axe, I think we got 1 tree bark one time and like 0 tree barks on another tree. So it's kind of like hit or miss. But using the knife, you can just sit there and basically scrape off bark. So we're going to try that. And then this knife is almost done for anyway. Oh, so it is done for. I guess because if I wanted to repair it, which I've got enough knives, I'm not going to waste components to repair that. Yeah, so see, that is absolutely amazing. So now, 37.5. I wonder how quick that will wear my blade down. But yeah, that's a lot better than the axe. I mean, look at this. So 30, so that's not bad at all. Yeah, because using the axe, we were using a lot of durability to get down the tree, which obviously we got the wood and everything from it, but yeah, I think that's going to definitely be our go-to, especially because I wonder how long you can sit there and chop up a, what was I looking for? Okay, I was looking for firewood. I wonder how long you can sit there and chop up a tree before all the bark is off of it. And then at that point you can just cut the tree down, and I'm sure there's some mechanic where after a certain number of days the trees start to regrow. Alright, so let's go ahead. We will fire this up. Yeah. Yeah, perfect. And what we also can do is we can interact with this. I wonder if we can like store our timber in here. So, or our tinder, I'm sorry. Yeah, let's just do that. We don't want to ignite it yet though. So also I realized that we do have, let's go back inside, that we do have a lighter on us. So if you go to equipment, this is something you actually start with. Under tools, you have a lighter. And then, so that's what the lighter fluid is for, that, it's here somewhere. The lighter fluid is for. So these cans are very small, and you get the empty can back, which I'm not sure if there's, kind of like with the propane, if there's a mechanism where you can get a larger can and refill your smaller cans, but you use the small can to refill your lighter. And some fires you cannot use matches for. It seems like you have to use the cigarette lighter. So we'll refill that and make sure it's topped off. Yeah, so we've got our lighter, our mask. So you do have to craft a compass, which basically you have to find a compass, and I guess the fact that you're crafting it is carrying it with you. We did make the bedroll, so I don't know if I misunderstood or if I did it wrong, but my understanding is you craft the bedroll, and then you have to go back in here and upgrade it, or I'm sorry, you craft the sleeping bag, and then you upgrade that to a bedroll. But when I did that, I ended up with two sleeping bags. I think I put the other one in the vehicle. So I just thought that was a interesting way to do things. Let's leave. Yeah, there's always random noises outside at night. We don't like to go out at night. Put this up. Keep that with us. This with us. We're gonna grab some food and then go to bed. We ate all of our Snickers bars. Uh, yeah, I did also build, if you can see down there, I built the fire drum as well. So we'll be using that going forward as we're kind of working outside, in addition to we're going to craft some lights to put out there that we can run off the generator so we can see. Yeah. But I'm going to go ahead and sleep through the night, and then we'll see you guys in the morning. Alright guys, so it is the next morning. Uh, we did hear a big crash, like an event happened again, so we're going to see if it's still there. Not enough pencils, okay. Uh, pencils are in here. So does it use a whole pencil every time? So I've got 4, I did have 5, so I guess it does. Okay, but that's fine if it's close. It is fairly close, okay. Oh no. Yeah, these drawers are starting to bug out. It seems like, so that one's like stuck open, this one's stuck open. So I'm hoping when I restart the game, that will correct itself. So where is this? This is, oh, it went away. Did he already leave? I'm not obviously using another pencil, but yeah, it was this direction. But it happened, so I don't know if it happened when I was sleeping or right when I woke up, because you wake up in the middle of the night to eat. Yeah, I don't see anything. So, oh, wait, here it is. Yeah, so this is what it was last time. Also, there's this weird little missing tire underneath. But so for this guy, basically you open the door, you can rescue him. Oh, he's geared out. All right, yep, thank you for saving me. This is a small thing that I can give in return. So the last time this happened, uh, so I think the thing that he gives me in return is the option to trade with him. So he has, uh, these are like armbands. What can I give you for that that you would want? I don't want to get rid of anything I've got is the problem. Uh, I should have thought about coming over here with something. So like I've got another pair of jeans. Is like halfway mean it's an equal value? I guess not because he says no deal. I'll give you a knife. Yeah, you don't like that, do you? I'm low on machetes and I've got accessories on both of these, so I'm not trading those. So yeah, I mean that's fine. I think last time there was also stuff in the trunk that I could loot. Okay, so yeah, a few items. And then, yeah, okay. All right, so that's the event. We're gonna head back and get ready for the day. All right, guys, so I think we are going to make our way over to Let me see. I think I've got some more rifle ammo over here. We're gonna make our way over to our neighbors, the bandit camp, uh, right over here, and we're gonna see if we can loot those guys real quick and pick up any armor that they may have on them. I don't know like what the odds of them dropping armor is. I do want to check. I picked up another scope. I want to see kind of how that varies versus the one that I've got. So let's put that away back in our inventory and modify. So we've got the XSPS5. So this one is a 256 scope. Okay, let's see how different that is. Okay, so I guess that does have more magnification. Does it have more field of view though? It's hard to tell. Let's see, so uh, ADS speed and accuracy are not affected with that. ADS speed is a bit higher with this one, which is the one we originally had up there. No, we wanted to go 3. Okay, I don't know, it seems to be about the same. So we will see what we can do here. Now, I was thinking about our encounter with that trader that we rescued from the car, and he was about halfway in agreement for trading those armbands with our pair of jeans, which we obviously had plenty of pair of jeans back at base. We also had plenty of pairs of the pairs of t-shirts as well as gloves. So I should have tried trading all 3 of those to get those protective armbands. So that's something that we'll be mindful of next time. Also just grabbing a bunch of duplicate stuff before we even go over there to rescue him. Because like once we kind of close out of that dialogue, it ends. And, oh, I thought he had dropped all the way. Oh. And I'm a terrible shot at. Alright, so there's one more. Alright, no, we're not gonna play that game. I mean, maybe I should just stick with the pistol. Maybe that's just going to be what I'm good at. Alright, so he's got just a ragged t-shirt. Oh, wow. Okay. And what do you... So you dropped a broken revolver. You've also got a ragged t-shirt. Can of food and nothing else. What do you have? Nothing. Okay. Give us some rifle ammo, air filter. And what gun did you drop? Alright, a pistol. And I don't think there was really much here that we had left laying around. We don't need the paint or anything. Okay, so we did leave some stuff in here. Okay, so not a lot. Does this have anything in it? I'll probably grab that. What is this? Oh, this is probably from the last time we died. Do I have space for this? I don't. So yeah, we're going to grab this anyway because we can always use extra storage in the shed. Even though the RV, or not the RV, the camper is empty, everything at the base is full. So storage space is a premium, and yeah, that's everything here. So I can put that away. Nope. Grab this. Wait, what was that? I thought like I know the paint can was there, but I thought something else kind of lit up. Uh, yeah, so that's everything. Okay. All right. Well, I think that is going to call it episode for today, guys. I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me, and all right, get that secure and shut that. Yeah, so I'm not sure quite yet what we have in store for next episode, but it'll most likely involve a bit of looting since we did uh, basically all crafting this episode. So I do want to go kind of in this direction and explore the other side of the map. I don't know if we'll be going back to that tunnel that we were at earlier at the beginning of the episode because I think that's going to be. I know there's an area where a bunch of high tier enemies are, and if that is the area, then I know that's something that we are definitely not prepared for. So we'll kind of hold off on that until we get more prepared. So yeah, probably just some basic looting next time, and leave vehicle. Okay, and yeah. So if you have not already, please like the video. Please subscribe as well and leave comments in the comment section if there's anything in particular you want to see us do. I'll be happy to chat with you guys there. And yeah, until next time, hope you guys have a good one and take it easy. If you had as much fun watching this as I did playing, consider tossing a little something in my Ko-Fi jar. You can grab a coffee to give a one-time boost or even become a Trash Panda partner or a Trash Panda looter for reoccurring support and to join our crew. Thanks for your support and for being part of the Trash Panda family.